Yo, what's up, guys? Nexxus here, or Andrew. And today I have Alex with me. Alex, say hi.
Hey guys,
All right.
substitute decoy here.
Substitute decoy. Okay. For one, this is recorded on a webcam, and the webcam is bad. I know. But this is going to be the first hashtag life video, which I will explain in the next video. Actually, what that's actually going to be about. But since I had Alex here and I haven't recorded anything today, I decided to record because I wanted to post something today. So, anyway, we're going to tell you a story about our quote-unquote spiritual journey that we went on. And it's actually a really funny story. So, Alex, would you like to start?
I would.
Okay.
Well, you see, it was our senior year in high school, just a regular day. Uh, we did our usual routine, skip first period, except today, on our way to Andrew's house, we were like, hey, let's go get some drinks. And we bought Red Line, extra strength.
Which, if y'all don't know, Redline is, uh, a lot of people like to compare it to like liquid cocaine. Like, it's an energy drink that is on steroids, basically. Just to get that out there, it's a really really strong energy supplement. You can go ahead. Sorry.
And so we thought, or actually Andrew thought, hey, let's chug it down. Because usually at this point we would just chug those giant monster cans like they were nothing. Andrew would always win, of course. Uh, so we were like, why not? And we did. Uh,
Okay.
we
Okay. Hold on.
finished.
Hold on. To get a frame of reference as well, that morning I had, or we both had a monster. Um, we skipped class and we went back to the store. I bought a Red Bull as well. Okay, the 12-ounce Red Bull. I'm pretty sure. Then we were walking to my house and we bought the red lines. Just saying, this is what happened. All right, Alex, go ahead.
Alrighty. Uh, so I'm really short on the details because my memory isn't the best, but I do remember the key points. Uh, we were feeling pretty good. Actually, just pretty normal. Like nothing was wrong or anything. Uh, Finished hanging out, got back to Lamar right before second period. Uh, how are you by that time?
Well, okay, so we left the store, and for a red line, you're only supposed to drink like a quarter of it, and then the next day drink another quarter, and then the next day drink, so on and so
No,
forth.
but what we did, we chugged them
Yeah,
straight down the hatch.
we chugged the whole thing. Um, we felt okay, and we were sitting in my room, and we're just like, oh, okay. Um, I think we need to go back
Totally
to school.
nothing going on.
Right. So we started walking back to school, and Alex is like, dude. I was like, what? He's like, I don't know what's going on, and the look in Alex's face was like, I think I'm gonna die. Um,
Oh, right. That's when I started like feeling.
like, cause Alex and myself aren't really affected by energy drinks, so that's why we drink the whole red line, right?
Yeah, we
Um,
thought nothing bad would happen.
well, Alex is on the corner, um, and he was just like, um, um, and he started shaking, and it was like, oh, dude, what's going on? He's like, I don't feel good, and then we started walking down the road, and then I started catching up to him, like, uh, and as we started feeling like our hearts were sinking, and like everything was moving further away from us. Is the good way to put it? Like we were
Yes.
just tripping balls at this point.
Sort of as if you had one of those really strong cough or cold medicines where you start feeling numb or like just floating and everything's just super far away and you start to lose senses.
Yeah. Well, we had to walk back to school, which is about a little more than a quarter mile to school. And we're sitting there walking, and it just gets worse and worse. And we start walking slower and slower. And then at one point, we're just standing there, and we're like, this was a bad idea. So I just, shook it off. Like, I got to go back to class, so I can't be, tripping balls in class. But I do remember that Alex did not go back to class.
For second period?
Yeah, you did not go back to class that day. Because you said you couldn't do it. No? You said you couldn't do it. You went back to third period, but you didn't go to second period.
No, I did.
Are you sure?
Remember, even Dulce was all like, guys, you shouldn't have done that.
No, that wasn't on graphic design day. Because that was the next day. Yeah.
No, because I remember I had a cold sweat that day, and that day was in my college algebra class, which is right after. Yeah.
All right.
Right
this is where hashtag life comes in. Nothing is going to be exact. Just so you know, nothing is going to be exact, guys. But sitting in class, I just felt like the desk started like morphing, and I was just like, okay, I think it's time to go to bed. And I went to sleep until lunchtime. Alex, how did your day go for second and third period?
Okay. From what I can remember, we went back. We arrived for second period, which was graphic design. Even though we felt like really bad at first, we thought, hey, it can't get that worse. So we carried on. Basically, we had pale faces for that period. Our friend Dulce, she came in and she's like, hey guys, and then as soon as we turned to say hi back to her, she noticed our faces and she's like, what's wrong? And then, still out of it, we're kind of like, That's when, I don't remember if it was you or me, told her, and then she was all like, guys, you shouldn't have done that.
No, that was when we both started describing, like, the warmth that we were feeling.
Right.
Like, we were just like, it feels so weird, like, the tingling warmth feeling.
I believe that's when.
And she's like, guys,
sweats.
Yeah, she's like, guys, y'all shouldn't have done that. Like, okay, I think we realize it by this point. We shouldn't have done that. Thank you. But
Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I remember going to my period after that and sleeping because I could not take economics.
As for me, me and Dulce walked in the same direction until, I guess, till our classes were across the hallway from each other, I believe. But anyways, I got to college algebra. I remember trying to keep my head into what we were doing, but since I usually make a good grade in that class, I was like, oh, I can slack off today, nothing's wrong. And that's when I think what I was trying to do was to get some sleep, but oh my god, I think I started texting you, no, using Kick to message you and Richard how bad I was feeling, just the cold sweats, like my head was like throbbing, I was like getting dizzy and drowsy, and dude, basically the whole stereotypical spirit quest.
Yeah, I remember even in my dream I was just like, I woke up to message you and I read it and you're like, I'm hot, I'm sweating, I'm kind of seeing things, everything's moving, what the fuck, I don't feel good. And I was just like, huh, huh, okay. I feel the same way. Then by this point, I'm scared. Like, how long is this gonna last? And I think after that was lunch, and me, you, and Richard went to lunch together. And then after
Yes,
that,
we
it
went.
kind of subsided after we ate.
Hmm.
But
Uh,
it was bad.
I think after an hour and 45 minutes, I started to feel better, and that's when we went to lunch with Richard. We were going to Kroger, and on the way there, I started feeling so much better all of a sudden that I actually, to kind of prove it, but I might have overdone it. I was tapping Richard on the shoulder, and then I guess being super, what's the word? Energized by the red line that I might have overdone it. I'm not sure if that really hurt his arm at the time or not.
Yeah, Alex also started running forward, like running up and running back, and running up and running back. Like, hey, calm down. You're tripping me out, okay?
Yeah, but then we got food. Everything was all right.
And
And
that is going to be a story I just tell my children. Don't fuck with Redline. And I told my mom after, like, a few days afterwards, and she's like, "Are you, you, you don't do that?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah,
we kind of
no."
realized why not now.
I'll probably end up doing it again one day because I'm dumb, but I don't recommend it.
True.
So I think that is the video for today. Hashtag life.
We might upload an extra bit or just completely different video depending on whether Anthony's ass decides to join or not.
Um, yeah, I think that's going to be the video for today. And if Anthony is on tomorrow, then I will try to record a story with him for hashtag life too. So
Hey.
yeah. And I'll also, no, maybe not tomorrow. Maybe some other day. But wait, this has been Alex, guys, with
Thank you for
our
having me.
spiritual quest story for hashtag life number 1. I want to put a annotation on the screen and a link in the description to a friend's channel that has helped me get through things at work. He's helped me progress as a person, even. And he's an all-around cool guy. He makes videos. He hasn't in a while, but I feel that he's gonna start making videos again. So I'm gonna put an annotation on the screen somewhere in this screen area, somewhere. Yeah, and then a link to it in the description so you can get it on mobile. All right, guys. See you later.
Later.